This is still the bald guy we know. Go hunting. In the middle of the wet rain, eating Australian-style grilled lobster. Harvesting onions and taro to cook wild snail soup. Living in a melon hut, Leo, 1 room, 1 toilet. I didn't know he was going into the mountains. Cast limestone of Guangxi. The area is dangerous but rich in wild vegetables. It's the nightmare of countless survivors. In this episode, fasting experts have accepted the challenge in this place. Start the journey with the bamboo raft. I look at the cliffs on both sides. I was amazed at the wonder of nature. I just feel scared. It only takes 10 minutes to get to the challenge. This time under the old law. No food or survival equipment. I even forgot my hair. I swear I'm more comfortable than the locals. The weather here changes 7 times. I dare not stop. As the bald head walked barefoot on the sharp limestone, a piercing feeling that can't be described. Go for a while, intuition tells you what's wrong. He glanced over and spotted a silver-black snake. White hiding in the grass. The snake was lucky to escape, and you continue to climb the mountain pass. In the thunder of the sky, it's urgent to find shelter. And I noticed there's a cave in front of me. The cave is suitable in size, but after a tiring day, energy exhausted, I was lucky to find a dog. With 80% protein, you can't just skip and eat on the spot. Crunchy feeling full of nutrition. After finding another one, you're choking on crickets. To rest early. Cold and wet ice cave rapidly causes the body to lose heat. So I decided to find a place nearby to sleep. There's no cover, but at least it's dry. The first night, I slept on the ground under the sun. The next morning I woke up shivering. Hungry, every cell in your body is screaming for energy. When I went out, I met a snake in the way, based on a lot of survival experience. The year he discovered the hemp nearby not only has medicinal value, it's also rich in protein and VI. I also found the tree, but we have to distinguish between toxic and non-toxic. Taste a little bit, taste sour like lemon. You use the leaves as a container. Harvest as much as possible. There is also a bright red snake. It's a long-lived herbaceous plant, low sugar content but rich in vitamin C. Mix it up and make a sweet and sour vegetable salad. Balanced nutrition. Right standard, a feast 10 times more nutritious than beef. But to survive in the wet jungle, food is indispensable. He's got some of the dry bamboo around him as a material. To build the first bamboo fire saw. Using scraping stones, using dry wood as a fire starter. Put into the hole that has been cut, and then use another piece of bamboo to scrub it quickly. Temperature gradually rises. The spark appeared and ignited the flaming flame. However, imagination is beautiful, but reality is difficult. In the blink of an hour, it was dark. Some broken bamboo and still no spark. He remembered the rational reminder from survival experience. Calm down to consider. The energy here makes people uncomfortable. Maybe it's time. Changed the location. That night, still the same way. But bad luck targets the poor. In the middle of the night, there was a sudden thunder and lightning. He quickly moved into the cave. It rained like a little water. The situation at that time can only be described into tragic words. Impotent. I lay on a cold rock to get through a long night. On the morning of the 3rd day, my whole body was cold, not speaking fluently. I don't want to sit still waiting to die. Even though the rain hasn't stopped, I've decided to leave this hateful place. The grass where I lay last night was flooded by the rain. Afraid of being cold, you can only move constantly to generate heat. Just go and generate heat. I don't know how long it will take for people to clear out. You walk through a messy rock, saw a plum drop on the ground. To taste and feel good. That's what you need to replenish your energy. There's a plum tree nearby. You quickly picking up all the ripe fruits on the ground to cover. Full belly, then men follow the river down river, through the treacherous mountains to find a wild vegetable. The scientific name is Q acid or mountain spinach. It can both make medicine and help with hunger. With hunger, it can also help quench thirst. Thanks to the knowledge of survival in the wild, accumulated over many years, you just go and refuel. To pass a few kilometers consumes no fewer calories. But after a long day of walking, it's getting dark. At this moment, a grapefruit tree appeared in front of him. There's a gap right under the tree. He quickly brought bamboo as a building material. Take advantage of the surrounding terrain. To build a 1-room, 1-kitchen house, he used BA bamboo as the main frame. Busy not resting hands. Suddenly there's a thunder that makes me accelerate. The roof is covered in palm leaves to cover the rain. They finally reached the standard. Move in before dark. Life is not complete. He used the remaining material as a bed. Simple compared to today's ago. Living standards have risen by a significant step. Until Wednesday morning, I was awakened by the cold. But the shelter preparation has also been completed. It's time to light a fire. Before that, I reinforced the camp. Used bamboo bushes on both sides to resist cold and rain. Then he went to find dry bamboo as a burning material. While searching, I suddenly discovered a very poisonous snake. This species is dangerous and often eat their own flesh to survive. They are afraid of fire. Strengthen your determination to start a fire. You're pouring out. Relay use underwear as a chest cushion to keep the cover fixed. Rubbed 49 times. It's finally smoke and fire. I am glad when there is fire. It goes beyond meeting relatives. You keep looking for food. Detect the sweet fruit. Eat well and pack. When you're no longer hungry, I was busy moving the stone back to build a bamboo bed. Brushing more palm leaves makes life more comfortable. In the evening I ate and warmed by the fire. Just a little missing. Protein is already a resort life. To the 5th day, you're using drones to probe the surrounding area. Discovered a cave at the bottom of a nearby valley. Hunch of the hunter. It says there's protein in it. But before entering, you need to prepare the torch. He collected 10 plastic rods as fuel, fused and mixed with bamboo humus to make flammable and waterproof. Then stuffed into bamboo tubes as torches. Prepare to trees to make sure. Take the ignition device and go into the cave. To the intersection of morning and evening, he lit the torch and walked into the deep darkness. The space is getting so tight that I'm a little nervous. And as we get deeper, the path is narrower and harder. A lot more. Suddenly the light came down from above. In front of you is a hole about 200 meters deep. The special terrain makes me constantly admire, at the same time feeling thirsty. That makes me go to the underground water to quench my thirst. When I got up, I found a snail on the ground. With someone who likes to eat like Esther. In conditions of survival, everything is protein. He collected 32 at once, and as the torch went out, Esteford must return quickly. But I'm afraid of seeing her. In the middle of the fire suddenly dyed black as ink. Fear filled the body. Esteford was mentally prepared for the worst. But it's not great. The way people grope. That he found his way into the world of light. However, premium material without spices is not okay. Based on years of vegetarian experience, I found a spicy wild onion. It's an indispensable ingredient for the royal chef. Wait, this one's like a taro leaf. Dig down as predicted. After many days of meager eating, we finally got a soul meal. Excited to go back to camp, Esteford uses bamboo tube for fresh water. Put the snails in the bamboo tube. No cutting tools. You use your teeth to bite taro and onions into small pieces. Ensure each material is up to standard. Then he simmered on fire for 49 minutes and watched the color of the dish. If you add a little vermicelli, it's an 8-pack of country noodles. In the evening, the smell of land filled the camp. A piece of taro in your stomach full of carbohydrates. If you add a little salt, it's delicious. After eating vegetarian food, he used ice to smash snail shells. Delicious chewy meat. The protein content is not known how many times that of beef. Esteford used to eat a lot of snails everywhere, not because it's delicious, but because it's easy to catch. Thanks to wild fruit and snails, Esteford stands to be until day 9. To demonstrate the ability to hunt, he decided to make a kind but new wild meal. After walking a few steps, it rained heavily. To a shoal, he's targeting fisheries. It only takes one hand to catch a small lobster. Everyone knows that if they have one, they will have a second. Esteford quick catch to bags. Not even the crab you're watching. Go back to camp and check the booty. 10 lobsters and 3 crabs. No chili sauce or spices. Bake on fire for 18 minutes. Just 1 beer is enough. After baking as usual, Stafford tests before peeling the hard shell. A delicious piece of fresh meat in the mouth, tasted like a seafood party. I slept well that night. To the 10th day of leaving, Stafford restores the run to its original state, so that it doesn't affect the surrounding ecosystem. Then you take your luggage to the rendezvous point to retreat. A few miles away, you're in a 4-wheeler. Completed the challenge this time smoothly. After 2.5 years, back in public again. And the title of expert will be gone. In the beginning, he caught a wild squid. Weigh a few 10 pounds and enjoy sashimi. Delicious fresh squid. Opponent this time, not just a professional athlete. He's also a survival expert. In the wild. His name is Mark Jenahan. He's 30 years old, but he's got a camel title. Saw dessert and confidently declared, "You have a 110% chance of winning." Mark, who is 10 years younger than me. Stafford feels the pressure. "But you'll prove to us again that old is still the most spicy." Lake Tokana is located in the center of the desert. It is the largest desert lake in the world. Even if you walk around the lake, it's also hard to find any supplies. Or any tree. Survival supplies are scarce. New to the starting point of the contest, they both realized that there's almost no sign of life here. Now a group of people came from far away. Dance to the strange music that comes near them. It's obviously the local tribal people. They're here to give you a mission. The village chief gave Estaford a tablet. Inside are the details of this mission. They first need to cross Lake Torkana full of crocodiles. After reaching the foot of the volcano opposite the lake, they're going to face a volcanic land, full of cracks then. They need to cross the cracked desert to reach the Black Mountain in the middle of Long Tea Lake. Whoever comes first will be the winner. After understanding the mission according to the order of the village chief, both of you start and run at the same time, fast towards the lake. These are wooden boats prepared for them. Mark has spent his life playing Kazakh and Kano, so I'm very confident in this ability. And Estaford, I didn't have a good impression of my ability to swim. I think it's going to be a little difficult, but I can't believe it just sank into the water. Meanwhile, Mark quickly passed and sailed smoothly. Coming to the shore of the lake, time is running out. After trying to reinforce to wooden slats, he's finally floating on the water. He was trying to chase Max to the shore. I couldn't see the shadow of Estherford. I just saw the crocodiles watching over the lake. I can only pray for Estherford. There's often a lot of stuff on the lake. These are very good materials. Get 10 more things before you leave. He discovered a pile of fishing nets. It can be used as a rope. Estaford was in trouble. The wooden boat kept sinking. Then in front of the boat becomes more loose, while the crocodiles in the distance are still stalking. This is not a joke. Crocodiles can silently follow the boat's tail and bite your leg, dragging you to the bottom of the lake. Then, you will experience the great acrobatics of death. Of them, if the speed and direction of your tumbling matches that of the crocodile. Is it safe? I saw a crocodile in the water. And guess it's nesting. There's probably a lot of protein from eggs. After a search, and of course he found some crocodile eggs. This is a big discovery. The Estaford that just came ashore is really far behind. It's so hot to feed on fire. The water in his body is rapidly disappearing. Max climbed to the top of the volcano and the view was wide open. This way he'll get to his destination the fastest. But this road is dangerous. Have to cross volcanic rocks, what the natives call the death march. Estaford to the shore but not in a hurry to chase. Because before we get to the destination, you probably won't find the water. You can't risk your life running into the desert without being prepared. It's almost like it's not true to your principles of survival. You need to prepare all the resources you can use. Here locals often fish in the lake. I'm also going to catch some. First, I made a fishing basket like a local. The dry palm is perfect, it's the material you need. And then he started doing it by hand. And under his skillful hands, a beautiful fishing basket is finished. On the other side, Max has entered the lava site, which is riddled with cracks. If you are lucky, the contest can end soon. It's almost 40 degrees here. Everything around you is burning, Max. The natives are very taboo here. They see this place as a sign of death. He began to regret choosing this path. There really are no shortcuts in life. Go off to pay the corresponding price. Compared to that, Estaford on this side seems more pleasant. He's calmly catching fish by the lake. And very quickly we caught one. Made Estaford very happy. Smiling like a father. Enjoy the fresh and fatty pieces of raw fish. But one fish is not enough. He has to prepare food for 3 days to be able to safely reach the destination. There's a lot of clams and fish out there today. This fish can grow up to 80 kilograms with a very large head. He decided to use a small fish. to catch a big fish and clams. Now there are fish missing each hook, but there's animal carcasses on the shore of the lake. It can be used as a hook. Just pair it with some wood. He'll have a very good hook. Hook's not out of the volcanic wilderness yet. The sun is almost setting. I'm looking for a shady place. Take a night off and count. He was exhausted, luckily. I was desperate because I had some crocodile honey in my hand. It can't be cooked, it can only be eaten raw. I thought I could add some protein. But when the shell is cracked, the egg. The first is an empty egg. The second one is more strange. It's like a little crocodile mummy in there that died. The smell is hard to describe. I looked at the little crocodile in front of me. Today is a day of hunger and cold. To have a comfortable resting environment at night. Stafford takes advantage of the surrounding rocks to build a wall. Don't let the crocodiles invade you while you sleep. After it's done, he puts the bait on his toes. If a fish bites, you'll feel it. And the night will come quickly. In his sleep, he felt something bite. Looking at the situation, the fish is quite large. After a long struggle, the giant fish finally surfaced. It's a big fish. All of today's efforts were not in vain. Everything is worth it. The next day, Mark woke up in a dream. Looks like you're not sleeping well. This place is too hot. The space is too tight to move. Around it full of sharp stones. But now is not the time to blame. You've got to keep your edge and start. I've slowed down a lot today. Since the beginning of the contest, I haven't drunk a drop of water. Are tormented by heat stroke, fatigue and dehydration. You have to change your strategy to find drinking water. It's also an opportunity for Estaford to catch up. Then Mark Estaford much more comfortable. I'm still dealing with this 10-pound fish. First he needs a water tank. You can use fish skin to make a water bottle. Use fishing lines and fins to sew around. And put a gill on the bottom. As long as you keep the water bottle upright. If there's no surprise, this thing can hold up to 2L of water. Looks like the situation is fine. And the rest of the fish, he's going to make the fish dry. Hang them on the fish basket and while away. The meat will be dried by the wind. Estaford is finally on his way to chase Max. My eyes are still looking for water. Maybe he saw clouds gathering in the distance in the sky. It's going to rain. I have to go there. Stafford is on his way. But he got lost in a landscape in. It's a bit like the surface of the moon. The terrain is dangerous. You can get hurt if you're not careful. It is highly likely that the competition will end soon. Luckily, Max went to Mount Inkiro. Search for survival items. Create opportunities for Estaford to rise. After a difficult climb through the treacherous mountain I thought there would be a road. I can see no signs of life. Esther hurried to drink 2 jars of water to quench her thirst. Now the water has consumed about 3/4 of a liter. The situation becomes quite serious. Previous preparation work before the high temperatures of nature become useless. The heat made Estaford stop because of the illusion. Make him feel tired. I don't know whether to continue to my destination or find water. Estaford fell into a dilemma. When Estaford fall into a state of dilemma, Mark went to Mount Inkiro, along the canyon for a long time, and finally discovered a stream, soothing Mark's near heat stroke condition. He takes off all his clothes and soaks in the clear water. Cool. The cold calms every inch of flesh. Your choice is right. That's enough water to get you to your destination. But first you need to find something to hold water. And there's not much time left for sunset. I need to find a place to rest nearby. An empty tree caught Max's attention, where you can build a shelter to avoid dangerous animals. A lot of thorns as a protective barrier, so that I can sleep well at night. Meanwhile, Estaford is not so comfortable. The heat and the wind are always with you. Finally found a small canyon as a camp. Been in the sun all day. It makes him look like he's wearing a mask of suffering. There is not much water left. This is the last sip of water. Tomorrow we must quickly find a source of water. On the 3rd day, Estaford continues on its way. In harsh conditions, the temperature can be up to 45 degrees. This heat is definitely deadly. Estaford feels his mind spinning. Signs of heat stroke. Just when he's embarrassed, a savior shows up. A few camels appear in front. Just follow the camel's footsteps. I will definitely find water. Compared to the situation, hook is much more comfortable. He's catching crabs by the river. I caught them in a moment. I'm going along the river. Let's see how many more crabs we can catch. Then suddenly something goes wrong. Traces of blood appeared on the wet ground. Maybe an animal was killed. Follow the blood. Crochet spotted a goat on the upper trunk. Sure, it's a hunting leopard. Because only leopards hide their prey in trees to avoid detection by other predators. There are traces of claws on the tree. It's all made Max feel insecure. I decided to take the risk, trying to steal the goat before the leopard comes back. Use the tree as a ladder. Every time you climb a step, you keep climbing. Just like that, the goat was finally taken down. This is a great treasure. Meanwhile, Stafford follows the lost track to the bottom of a shallow river. There's a good chance this place will find water. Now you just need to find a place to dig. And your thoughts are right. You can see the color of the sand here. Very wet water and sand. Just make a structure. Water purification is able to obtain abundant water resources. I need to find something like a straw to be able to draw water in the sand. But when I look around, I don't see anything like straws. So I had to make one myself. You use urine or sludge. And then you wrap the stick around with clay. The form is not very beautiful. It looks like a Frankfurt sausage. And you put it near the fire to bake. An hour later, the straw was ready. He used coconut water to fill the hole he had dug. Then plug the straw in and cover the hole. It's like a vacuum cleaner. Wait a minute. You can suck water. And according to the situation, there's a lot of water. This feeling is really unbelievable. Commander Max's fee. He roasted lamb skewers one piece. It was fresh and crispy. Great taste. After eating lamb, Max even grilled the whole crab into a crispy crisp. That's great. Meanwhile, Stafford's in pretty bad shape. Your face full of dirt looks bad. Fortunately, there's still dry fish to eat. Until the fourth day, extremely harsh environment. Stafford's lips were cracked. The back of the neck is unbearable. The sun is getting hotter and hotter. He found a soil-like material to dig. Its color is white. It's capable of reflecting light, and it can also form a physical layer of protection. Between you and the sun, Estaford feel its effectiveness. It's time to keep walking towards the sun. And Mark. I also started packing my bags and getting ready to go. Container not found. Mark uses sheep's eggs as a water tank. It can hold about 1 liter of water. Today, they'll decide who's the ultimate winner. Estaford with a steady strategy led Mark. He's heading north from Longby Lake. He was the closest to the finish line. Max is coming from the east side of Longby Lake. You to take completely different paths. Max chooses to go through a difficult mountain road. Even if the road is hard, help me get there quickly. And Estaford chose a flat road. Running close to the goal. It's just a fitness competition now. AI has better endurance. The village chief was waiting for them at the destination. Saw Estaford happily run too. Estaford thought he'd won. I can't believe Max came out from behind. Clearly Mark got to the place one step ahead of Estaford. Be the ultimate winner. Mark was only a few minutes earlier than Estaford. It's a shame. Estaford lost this contest.